Welcome to Voices Against Abuse. I'm Sarah and I'm here with Bridget Carter. Today we're diving into something really serious: coercive control, undue influence, and why professionals fail to spot the signs, particularly in cases that involve assisted dying, financial abuse and elderly exploitation.
That's right, Sarah. This is a conversation we do need to have because time and time again people assume that doctors, social workers, safeguarding professionals can reliably detect coercion, but the reality is they often don't, and history proves that.
That's actually a little shocking. You'd think that these professionals would be trained to notice coercion, right? Are they not taught this?
Well, you think so, but no. There's an assumption that doctors, nurses, and social workers can instinctively pick up on the signs of coercion or undue influence. But the truth is, they don't always have the right training, and when they do, it's often surface level. Coercion isn't always over, it can be subtle, long term, and psychological. Take Peter Farquhar's case, for example. His abuser, Ben Field, manipulated him over a long period, even using medication to control him. Multiple doctors saw Peter before his death, yet none of those picked up on his coercion.
That Peter Farquhar case was absolutely terrifying. So doctors completely missed this?
Absolutely, and it's not an isolated case. Look at Clare Webster. Her husband, Malcolm Webster, often known as the widower, drugged her over time, financially abused her, and ultimately controlled every aspect of her life. Again, professionals missed the warning signs.
But why? Surely there was some red flags to be spotted.
Because coercion doesn't always look like what we expect it to look like. These abusers are often charming, manipulative and calculated, and they don't act like obvious villains act. They work behind the scenes, they influence perceptions, isolating their victims and even manipulating professionals into dismissing concerns.
So bringing this back to what you've raised with the ministers, how does this lack of awareness tie into assisted dying?
Great question, Sarah. One of my biggest concerns is that if professionals couldn't detect coercion in cases like Peter Farquhar or Clare Webster, even the financial abuse cases like Whittle v Whittle, how can we then be sure that they will detect it in assisted dying cases? So if a vulnerable person is being coerced into seeking assisted dying through psychological abuse, financial pressure, or medication misuse, who's going to catch it? If doctors don't have the proper training, it could slip right through the cracks.
That's actually really scary. So you're not against the bill itself, Bridge, but you want stronger safeguards?
Absolutely. I support the principle of the assisted dying, but we need real protections in place here, and that means mandatory training for doctors and social workers, not just vague awareness, but proper training in coercion and undue influence, multidisciplinary oversight. One doctor and a social worker alone shouldn't make a decision. Independent scrutiny. We need forensic experts and advocates involved.
Without these, I guess we are at risk of creating a system that enables coercion rather than preventing it.
Absolutely. These issues won't go away unless we highlight them. Thanks for listening, and let's keep raising awareness.
Take care, and we'll see you next time on Voices Against Abuse.